Rick, speaking of the budget and your experience in both private sector and public, hopefully, well, you did have public as a representative, but is there a major difference between dealing with private sector employees as opposed to public sector employees?
Yes, there is, Tommy. With regard to public, there is a whole body of law that has been created to deal with public employees. Public employees have, since they're a group and they're recognized as a group, they're recognized as a special, are recognized by special legal handling. There's everything from fair dismissal to liability for not fair dismissal. And in the private sector, you don't have to do that. You need to play fair. You can still get yourself sued. But the problem lies in the fact that if you mishandle a personnel situation in the public sector, then automatically they have grounds for a suit, and that's a really bad thing for a manager to do, is mishandle a personnel situation. You have to follow due process. You have to cover and give reasons why you're terminating an employee. You have to give reasons and remedial action to an employee on how they can improve things before you document the fact that they just are not going to work out in the organization. And then, in fact, you can remove them from the organization. But ultimately, two things occur when you don't follow the law and when you don't do the things in a public institution with personnel that you should. One is that you create a reputation for not being a very good manager with human resources. Second of all, you can get sued, and when your organization gets sued, and if you lose because you haven't handled it properly, that's taxpayer money. And so instead of going to services, you're using taxpayer money to hire lawyers and fight a court battle. I will be very careful managing that money and managing personnel and dealing with personnel from a public sector standpoint. And yes, any legal person can tell you there's a whole body of law dealing with public personnel that is not present when dealing with private. Thank you, Tommy.